YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy J-Reid, got it back again with another video. I just want to say hit that like button and make sure you share the video for more content coming your way, all right? And plus, give me your feedback, comment, all right? This is the review video of the FX's comedy series Atlanta, all right? FX's Atlanta premiered last week on March 24th. And make sure you guys tune in for new episodes of Atlanta each and every Thursday on FX Networks. All right. So let's get into a quick review of FX's Atlanta episodes 1 and 2. All right. So episode 1. Now the series opens up as you see Aquarius has a dream of a white individual and a black individual. They were like fishing at a river, and also you have the white individual who was telling his friend that a lot of black people died along the riverside. Give him a lot of historical facts that happened within that time frame. And Aquarius had a dream as he woke up inside his classroom alongside his classmates, and he also got into a little trouble because he was being disruptive in the classroom, and his teacher, she told him to go to the principal's office. And as he went to the principal's office, he was interrupted by his mother and his grandfather, right? So the guidance counselor was telling his grandfather and his mother that they may have to push him back some grades. And that really upset his mother because she, really didn't want that. So they had to talk with Aquarius. And as they had a talk with Aquarius, his grandfather gave him 3 slaps, all right, which is the title of the episode. Episode 1, 3 slaps. Slapped him 3 times. And by his guidance counselor being a witness to that, she thought that Aquarius was in a heap of trouble at home, all right. But he really wasn't in trouble, because, his mom, she just didn't want to see him, you know, in a lot of trouble within the school. She's telling him to behave and she's telling him to do right because he's surrounded by a lot of other, white classmates. Okay. So his white classmates could care less about him at the end of the day because if he's in jail or dead, then they would sit there and laugh, just like they were laughing as he was doing the Nene dance on top of the desks in the classroom, and he was dancing, and all the other kids were cheering him on. So she told him that these white people would kill you, which that is very true because at the end of the day, white people could care less about, black students, So it's a realistic fact that goes on each and every day in society, all right? So by his guidance counselor witnessing this, she thought Aquarius was in trouble. And she told Aquarius that she will get him out of there, meaning that she would get him out of the household into a new household. So Aquarius was interrupted at home by Child and Family Services, and Child and Family Services came to his home, and they took Aquarius away from his mom, and they put him in a new home with Amber and Gail. All right, Amber and Gail are the adopted parents of Aquarius and 3 other black kids. They were placed in the foster home. All right, so Amber and Gail, they are a lesbian couple who adopted, and they also take in foster kids, which they are compensated by the state, right? So the Aquarius, he really didn't, like being in the household because, the food was nasty and they had a bad odor smell. And, he really just didn't get along with his 2 moms. So, his 2 moms were trying to, be real restricted towards them, and really didn't want him to do a lot of things, really didn't want him to talk back. But he really just didn't like being there and he wanted to be home. And we all can see that that really didn't last long because Aquarius, aka Larry, which Amber gave him the name because she really didn't want to pronounce his name Aquarius, so they shortened it to Larry. And Laquarius, he kind of figured that he wanted to get back home. So also when they went to the market, and also when they went to the so-called trip to the Grand Canyon, a lot of those events were really, really getting to Aquarius, and he really wanted to get back home to his mom and his grandfather. And we see that um, actually it was kind of revealed that it was a true story with this scene and with the storyline that happened in Atlanta. And that's the reason why at the end of the episode, you see Donald Glover, aka Earn, he woke up and basically he was like dreaming about this, right? So he woke up inside the hotel room with a European blonde next to him, and he woke up and was like, you know, what the? So it was an amazing episode about the foster care system, and sometimes how kind of evil and wicked the system is, and how kids can be placed in sometimes a very, very dangerous environment. They can be placed in, when you're taken away from your legitimate home and being placed in a new home by strangers that you really don't know. I mean, it can it can really, really be dangerous. So most kids have to really, really be careful with it because they no longer have their legitimate parents. So, those are situations you really have to watch out for. And you also see in episode 2 that Ern, Alfred, and Darius, alongside, joined by Van. Van takes a trip from Atlanta to Europe to join the boys, all right, and they are on a European tour, all right. They are getting this European money, that Paperboy is supposed to be performing, and of course, Paperboy got into a little trouble, which he was landed in jail, all right, but he was treated very well, by the officers there. The officers, they treated him right. They gave him lunch, and they were very, very, very excited to see an American rapper in their facility, right? So they didn't do any harm. They, gave him the much, much, European treatments, and they were glad to see his status there. All right, so Aaron, he was rushing to get to Darius and Paperboy because by him losing his belt and his underwear in the hotel room with the white European blonde. Hey, Ern was in a rush, and I mean his day was hey, it was totally totally hectic because he was rushing all the way, but he finally made it to Alfred. He gave Alfred his loot, and he talked to the promoters, and him and the promoters. One of the promoters thought that Ern was trying to fuck him out of his money, and Ern told him that no, it was not like that, and but from the promoter's perspective, it looked like Aaron was trying to, fuck him because all of a sudden he came up with an excuse that Paperboy is sick. Aaron asked him for 20K, and then he asked him to give the driver 40 euros. And, with all that money that he asked for, from the other person's perspective, it's like, okay, you got the money, and all of a sudden you're not, doing your end of the bargain. So from their perspective, it looks like you're being played. So that's what kind of landed the chase scene with Ern and the European promoter, right? So and of course he got the other guy mistaken for Ern, all right, which that wasn't Ern, all right, because Ern was shocked that this guy is beating up another guy that's not me, all right. So the other guy was mistaken for Ern. Ern takes off and he runs into Van, and Van sees Ern and she tells him that, everything is good. She's in the hotel. Everything is good. She's in the hotel and everything is good. And also, they were in the same hotel. So, Ern told her to have a good night and she told him to have a good night. And Ern was very exhausted. And as he lied in his hotel room, he just seen the messages kept popping up in his phone, and he just rolled over and went to sleep. So these episodes were very, very interesting. All right, season 3 is starting out with a bang so far. I love the show. I love the series. Big fan of Donald Glover and the rest of the cast. They've been on a hiatus for like 4 years. Last time we seen Atlanta was in 2018. It's 2022, so they've been busy with the movies. Donald Glover has been doing The Lion King. He's been busy. Lakeith Stanfield been busy with the other film productions he's been in. Brian, he's been a busy schedule with the King Kong movie and the other films he's been in, and also Zazie Beats, she's been busy with the Deadpool sequels. All right, so these guys have been getting that money, chasing the bag. You can't blame them. Proud of each and every one of them. All right, you guys tune in to Atlanta each and every Thursday on FX. It's your boy J-Reid. Make sure you like, share, give me feedback on more content. Make sure, once again, subscribe to the channel for more content. It's your boy Gotti. I'm out. Peace.